Hi everyone, I'm Cinder89. Welcome back to Let's Play Valkyria Chronicles. As we finish up Chapter 9 with Episode 5, the award ceremony.
And so Princess Cordelia returned, safe through the efforts of Militia Squad 7. Its leader, Welkin Gunther, was celebrated as rescuer to the nation's sovereign and awarded the prestigious Gallian Medal of Honor.
Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, step forward. Sir, for excellence in valor and deed, you are hereby awarded this honor. Your Highness, please bestow the medal upon the young lieutenant.
Gladly. Congratulations, Lieutenant Gunther.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Though I have yet to reach an answer, your question drives me still. To understand my responsibility as sovereign, and as a single human life.
Your Highness.
Oh, and know that one tradition already lies sundered by my will. I had the cooks add cinnamon rolls to my daily breakfast.
Alicia will be happy to hear it.
Lieutenant Gunther, you forget yourself.
Sir, my apologies.
With this, today's ceremonies are ended. Highness, would you grace us with a word?
Lieutenant Gunther, I hope your allegiance to Gallia stands firm evermore.
Yes, Princess.
Lieutenant Gunther, I am sorry. There is something more I have not told you. Please, be safe.
Cinnamon rolls. I approve of this. Know your place. Whatever, Prime Minister Borg. Whatever. You've already screwed up. We've seen that. I mean, just look here. What a screw up, right? Anyway, Episode 6, Fears of a Patriot.
Welkin, I'm coming in.
Sure, it's open.
Ooh, is that it? Not bad, man. You sure made a name for yourself this time.
Looks awesome, right? That's a really fancy looking medal.
It was pure luck I was there.
So have you seen the headlines? The ones that say nothing about the kidnapping? That reporter tells me Borg's the one pressuring the media into suppressing it.
But why suppress it?
If word got out about what happened, Gallia's relationship with the Federation would suffer. We've got our hands full fending off the Empire. We can't afford a war on two fronts. So he has the whole thing covered up. I'll bet he goes on acting like it never happened.
Wow.
Welkin, this hurts. It's painfully obvious how shaky Gallia's standing is. I know the world's history is an endless chain of big fish eating little fish. Both of us know the weak bow to the strong. It's history and it's nature. A minor nation like ours is an easy mark, even before you add the rift within our army. Welkin, no offense, but I hope nature's wrong this time.
I don't know what to tell you, Faldio.
Chapter 10, Liberation of Fauzen.
About decorations. Meeting certain conditions as you proceed through the game may earn you decorations. You can view any rewards you've earned in the Decorations tab. Open the Y button menu and choose the Decorations tab to view a list of your rewards, or, after meeting a set condition, you can go to the Audience Hall via the Headquarters tab, where Princess Cordelia will present them to you in person. The Audience Hall is now available, and the Personnel tab has been updated. Glossary tab has been updated. Cordelia awaits in the Audience Hall. The Gallian Medal of Honor is what we got. When you get that, Cordelia awaits you in the hall. That's letting you know that you have awards waiting. If you go to the Decorations tab, you can actually see them. Given to a Gallian who has performed exemplary service in a military or civilian office. Well, they definitely did that, saving the princess. And you'll get different ones as stuff happens. If you're playing this on Steam, there is a achievement for each medal, I believe. Before we start Chapter 10, let's head to the headquarters. And you see there's now the Audience Hall, where you can visit Castle Rangris to get medals that you have earned. Because you've been playing for a while, you'll have quite a few this first time around.
Very well, Lieutenant Gunther. And all the better for seeing you again. I thank you again for the valor you showed in assisting me that night.
Not at all. I was just relieved to see you were unharmed, Highness. It wasn't until I saw my friends gawk at that medal that I realized how special it was.
You truly are a rare individual.
That Welkin is. It's a very prestigious medal. But Welkin, doesn't get it. His head's in nature and all that.
It is the duty of a nation to acknowledge and reward the loyal deeds of its people. Medals and trinkets are the only form we have, but we ask that you wear them proudly.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you, Your Highness.
I hear your accomplishments do not end with that knight's bravery either. The stories of your accomplishments suggest I owe you a great deal more than that. Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, step forward. In honor of your manifold accomplishments, you are hereby awarded this honor.
Highness, it's an honor.
The Lance of Gallia, awarded. Crimson Heart.
May your allegiance to Gallia stand firm, evermore.
So I have those two this time. If you don't go for a while, they'll pile up. To see exactly what you needed to do to unlock them, you go back to the Decorations tab. We'll do that in a little bit. But first... Alright, I'm gonna upgrade Shocktroopers.
Fight! Good work! Okay, you've earned clearance for a new order. Put it to good use out there.
When Shocktroopers reach level 10, you learn all units attack. This order raises all allies' anti-personnel attack power. We've actually seen this. We saw Maximilian use all units attack, but now Welkin can use that order too. All units will get a boost to anti-personnel attack power. Very handy if you want to make a push. I have just enough EXP. There is something important that happens right now. We're going to make the Shocktroopers level 11. I'll get to the other classes with the next batch of EXP, don't worry. But I really want to show this off.
Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the Shocktroopers.
Class up! Upgrading your unit classes to elites adds a special bonus to top their normal growth. It's like they're class changing in Fire Emblem. Some classes are also become able to wield new types of advanced weaponry. Keep up the training and try to get all of Squad 7's units up to elite status.
Congratulations, Shocktroopers! As of today, you are elites! That means clearance for flamethrowers!
Trooper Elite. When a class reaches level 11, they become elites. They get a fancy medal to prove it. Elites are much better than their standard counterparts. Trooper Elites will get more AP to work with so they can move farther, which is a big boon for them. They also get clearance for flamethrowers. Unfortunately, that's all the EXP we have for right now. We'll put the rest in the scout. When this happens, all of your shock troopers become elites. As you can see, it now says Trooper Elite. This slot becomes filled. They now have access to flamethrowers. Flamethrowers are a very interesting type of weapon, which will show off in the next battle that we have. To give you a little preview, the way flamethrowers will work is the shock trooper will spray flames in a line. They'll start, I believe they start from the right and go left. They start from the left and go right. It doesn't matter, they spray them in a line in front of them. As you can see, the range of the flamethrower is pretty small. It has the same range as when you throw a grenade. But it does, as you can see, a lot of damage. And the good thing about a flamethrower is that even if units decide to duck, they're still going to take a lot of damage. The other good thing about a flamethrower is it doesn't care if the enemy's behind cover. At least I don't remember it caring. You still get a lot of damage out of it. Plus you can hit a lot of enemies if they're kind of standing by each other. You just spray with the flamethrower. A very handy weapon to have, as you'll see. And now all of our Shark Troopers have it, because they're all elites. All units will get something special, even if they don't get equipment. They all get something to really help them out when they become elites. So try to get your units to elites. With that, let's go to the R&D facility.
Welkin, bro! I'm stoked you're here, man. What can I do you for?
Hey, Leon. Let's see if there's any upgrades. Ah, yes, we can get the Accuracy Boost 5, which will make the Galleon S1 to the S2. As you can see, their aim now does become better. They become Aim B. This will let your scouts hit what they're aiming at. We'll definitely buy this. Let's get to the Edelweiss first, because it's going to be expensive if it has stuff. Reinforced Barrel 2. This will give the main cannon increased range, so it can shoot from farther away. It still won't be super accurate. And as you can see, the look of the barrel now changes. It's much more thick. And has that reinforced band around it. Steel upgrade, body defense, definitely, gimme. Carbon coat steel, take that. Ah, good, the monocle sight. Accuracy is very important for the Edelweiss. I'll have to change things around. I'll do that off screen. Okay, let's continue on. Now, real quick. As you see, the next one won't open up until you buy the one previous. So, don't think that they're not here. They're just here because I haven't bought Firepower Boost 4, for example. 5 won't open up until you buy it. Nothing new for the machine gun. Nothing for the anti-tank lances. No new sniper rifle. But now we have access to flamethrowers. Flamethrowers, you can either A, boost the firepower and make it even more deadly, or you can give it an added effect. As you see, added effect, HP down. I believe it acts like a poison, I think? To be honest, I've never used the added effect, because I didn't like the added effect on any of the other weapons, so I honestly don't know if it's that great or not. This is one of the few things of Valkyria Chronicles I don't know. If you've played the game before and you have some experience with the added effect flamethrower, let me know. I typically just go firepower because I like the flamethrower to hit harder, because when I'm using the flamethrower, it's for a reason. I'm trying to kill whatever's in front of me, because the gun's not going to cut it because they're behind sandbags or something like that. But if it's good and I'm not giving it enough credit, I am fully willing to understand and maybe give it a try. But for now, I'm going to buy the Firepower Boost 1, which gives it 50 more attack power versus personnel, or 50, I wish. 20 more attack power versus personnel, bringing it up to 150. Grenade upgrade! Alright. Now the grenades do even more damage. As you can see, the look changes slightly. It has a bigger explosive on it. So a little more damage. We'll definitely upgrade the uniforms. More armor is always good. There we go. And again, I'll just do that off screen. Alright, let's go Castlefront Street.
Hey!
Hi, Miss Princess kidnapping foiled. Militia lieutenant decorated. Castle Rangrease's audience hall saw an award ceremony on the 28th in which militia officer Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, 22, was presented the prestigious Gallian Medal of Honor, given to those who have gone above and beyond the call of duty in service of Gallia's interests. The unicorn emblazoned medal was presented by Princess Cordelia herself, who also graced the young soldier with wishes for his continued loyalty. After the ceremony, Gunther addressed the press by saying that he hoped to do right by this honor by becoming a better man and officer. Medal hung proudly around his neck. The Gunther family has the rare distinction of being among the first to receive this highest of awards twice in as many generations. Because, of course, his father got it as well. Pretty cool, right? A wall exclusive scoop, no doubt. Remember what Faldio told us, that the kidnapping was being suppressed on all fronts, so nobody would know. However, because the writing on the wall, she wants to tell it like it is. Remember, she said that at the very beginning, without all the censorship. Early morning on the 23rd, Princess Cordelia was abducted and taken forcibly from the grounds of Castle Rangrease. Subsequent investigation has shown the culprit was Federation Ambassador Taushin in Gallia on an official visit. After a banquet at the castle, he forced the princess into an armored vehicle he had prepared and made for the port. Thankfully, his escape was thwarted by members of Squad 7 of the Gallian militia, who safely recovered Princess Cordelia in time. The Gallian government has declined to address this matter publicly, likely in an effort not to endanger relations with the Federation, while Gallia remains locked in combat with the Empire's forces.
Da 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 da! I've got new material.
Squad 7 R&R. That piece is on Squad 7's vacation. And as you can see, It is not cheap. $50K to get it. It has, to be honest, some fan servicey stuff. So that's kind of why it's expensive. So I'm warning you now. Fan service. It's definitely got fan service in Squad 7 R&R. But it has some really cool stuff too. So I will be showing it off, but I'm giving the warning now.
Come back and see the...
Let's see, anything else? Can't go to the war cemetery. No EXP. Well, I could go, but I don't have any EXP for anything. Alright, return to book mode. Weaponry tab has been updated. I still need to show off these skirmishes. I mean, you've seen the first two skirmishes, how they act. And the Vessel Riverside is just like when you ran the mission the first time. These two are going to be no different, except in the Wildwood, I don't think Jaeger shows up. There may just be like a medium tank waiting there, and the Barious Desert will work the same. So there's that. And the reason I want to point that out is because I might do them off screen to get a little bit of extra cash to pay for the Squad 7 R&R. Yes, I know I have enough cash now, but as you can see, things get expensive. Liberation of Fozen. Let's save there, and we'll go ahead and get that started. As you can see, there's a battle coming up. We won't start that this episode, but we'll get the information of what we're doing right now. Liberation of Fozen, the Fozen operation.
We've been given orders for our next mission. The militia's taking back the city of Fozen.
Fozen. My mistake. Sorry.
Fozen's that big industrial city with all those Ragnite mines, right?
Yes. If we manage to reclaim it, it'll be a shot in the arm to Gallia's productivity.
Sounds good. So what's the plan, boss?
The militia will break up into squads and set up a perimeter around the city. Once that's set, Squad 7 takes the point. Here, look at this.
An armored rail vehicle?
Right. They installed it to defend their hold on the city. Now our mission is to destroy it.
Yeah, okay, so we destroy it. Any idea how we take on a beast like that? Gonna take a lot more than a pack of soldiers marching at it to do that, boss.
Don't worry. We've got some hefty support on this one.
Support? Like who?
You know that Darksons from Empire-held areas have been brought there, right?
I've heard stories, yes. That they're being used as forced labor in the Ragnite mines and weapons factories.
According to Captain Virat, one of the men in the camps is acting as our agent.
Here I get my hopes up and it's just some dark hair? Got any more great news?
What do you mean by that?
I'm just saying, I hope this guy's not as stubborn as someone else we know.
Please stop judging people solely by your preconceptions. All Darksons are different.
Sure could have fooled me. I couldn't tell you dark hairs apart if I tried.
I don't believe you have ever really tried, Rosie.
No, you just didn't.
Just drop it already. We're soldiers. We'll do our best out there. If the orders say work with a Darkson, we do. That said, I ain't making any promises if this guy turns out to be useless. You hear?
Well, we can't know for sure until we meet him, but the mission hinges on him. We begin the march on Fozen at first light, The attack begins at sundown.
So, Rosie still doesn't like Darksons, but I hope you kind of got some of the context she was saying. It didn't have the vitriol it did at the beginning of the game, and I hope you saw that. Yeah, she still doesn't like them, and some of the hate you could see is still there, but it didn't have that pure hatred and vitriol it had at the very beginning. And it's important to note that. Alright, let's do the sub-episode, and I'm going to end this episode. episode. I'll end this episode for the LP here. And next time we'll do Infiltration of 1000. If you look over to the right, there's another map too. This will begin to happen to where we'll begin having more than one map. A chapter. We've already been seeing this for a little bit, but here's where you really start to feel it, because these aren't missions where the group kind of gets split up and like we had with Welcome to Leisure. These will be full-fledged maps, and the game is definitely gets tougher here. This is where I begin to struggle, is with Chapter 10. It's pretty tough for me. But we'll have to tackle that next time. But first, the concentration camp.
Oh, this stench is unbearable.
Please, some food, sir. Even water would...
Keep your distance. Presumptuous, dark-haired, filthy. Where is the one responsible for this hovel?
You rang?
I hear a worker in Sector D has been disobeying his work orders. Would you care to explain this infraction?
He's not disobeying you. He's been sick as a dog for a couple of days now. Folks from other camps working D Sector have gotten sick lately too. One's in a coma. That's where they handle Ragnite Refinery. Sure the toxic exhaust's being handled right?
That's no concern of yours or mine. You animals need only be silent and obey.
Let's think of it this way. You drive them to death and the work stops getting done. That doesn't help you much, eh? I'll let you know as soon as he can work. Think you could let him rest for now?
Very well. Have him return to work the minute he's able. And remember, no one would miss the likes of a few of you maggots.
Yeah, we don't like him. We don't like him at all. We're gonna have to put a stop to him. Maybe later this chapter. But first, infiltration of was it Fozen? I keep wanting to say Thousand. Anyway, we gotta get into the town. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and had a lot of fun. And that's where we'll start the next episode. Until then, I'm Cindray9. Remember to shoot for the stars, and take care, everyone.